As of writing the script, the new Hill Climb Racing 2 update is out, and some people are saying it's the biggest update ever after teams, parts, and adventure. But I, as always with these new updates, have some strong opinions about it. Today, I'll be sharing my opinions about the update and answering the question, was update 1.53.0 the biggest flop in Hill Climb Racing 2 history? I need to explain what I mean by flop in this instance. A flop doesn't equal a bad update, but rather an update that doesn't meet expectations or is somewhat disappointing for one reason or another. I also want to mention that I haven't played with the Beast much yet, so the opinions I have about that are mainly from seeing videos because I don't have parts for it yet. Let's quickly go into what was added in the update. The main focus was on a Beast, a goofy looking vehicle that breaks for some reason. We also got a tuning part that falls off and a new environment. There are also more buttons added to the garage and more minor things like bug fixes, etc. Before I scare you away with these opinions, please consider subscribing, as I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Back to the video. Let's start by looking at the Beast. The special feature this has is a built-in wheelie boost, but it isn't that powerful. The Beast is able to kangaroo decently well and may be used to get decent adventure records in the future. But why does it have to shake this much? The reason I feel the Beast flopped was because of the sneak peek we got of this update, where the image showed a booster engine type thing, which I thought would be a part similar to the booster in Hill Climb Racing. The vehicle also falls apart, but unlike Hot Rod, you can't really tell when it'll break. Thankfully, this was a somewhat original idea, not a vehicle already in Hill Climb Racing, but it took elements of Hot Rod, and it almost feels like a Chinese knockoff more than anything else. Similarly to Lowrider, it wasn't executed well, and with a few tweaks it could have been much better, even doing small things like making the boost more powerful or making it not, break, would both be welcome changes in my book. So, we did actually get a tuning part in this update, but not a booster or anything like that. Instead, we got a spoiler. Yeah, and it falls off. I get that Fingersoft wanted to make a part the opposite of wings, but we already have heavyweight, and unlike spoiler, heavyweight actually stays on. A good tuning part shouldn't just fall off. The part just seems unnecessary, useless for adventure, and probably not very useful for time trials either. Guess what? There's more. The new environment is the only part of the update that I don't have much to say about, but Fingersoft could have been a little teeny tiny bit more creative with the names of the races. Special stages? Really? In all seriousness though, this is a really cool looking map, and I hope we get an adventure map soon. We also got a few small things added to the garage, but they're all pretty useless. Look at how fast you can scroll through all the vehicles. We really didn't need a button for that. Also, why did Fingersoft need to make separate buttons for parts and scrap? Again, they're pretty useless. Despite this update being really disappointing, I don't think it deserves to be called the biggest flop in Hill Climb Racing 2 history. I mean, the Beast is the dictionary definition of a good idea with a bad execution, the spoiler is unnecessary, and the improved garage settings don't really improve anything. The only good thing that came out of this update was the new environment, which is really interesting with all the moving parts. This wasn't a bad update by any stretch of the imagination, but it certainly didn't meet my expectations, despite how large it was. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.